Hello and welcome to week 2 of Chef at Home. Thank you for all the feedback I got from last week's video and the pictures of your own fish cakes. It was much appreciated. This week I'm going to do something slightly different and I'm going to show you how to portion chickens up for various dishes and stuff. We're going to start off with your chicken. You want to try and buy a chicken that has been air cooled, not water cooled. You're looking for something that's had a decent diet, it's not eating other bits of chicken, etc. Your prime chicken is from Maple Leaf Farms. It's a Canadian product. It's raised without antibiotics and it's a decent piece of chicken. I'm just going to bring this out of the bag for these. So right now we have 2 chickens on the board. I'm going to do some slightly different procedures to each chicken and then we'll break them down and show you how to portion them up decent. So these chickens come ready trussed, and if you would like to just roast your chicken like that, stick some lemon into the cavity, salt, pepper, a little bit of oil, pop it in the oven. If I'm roasting chicken at home, I prefer to do what we call a spatchcock. So in a spatchcock you want to take the trussing string off and then turn the chicken on its side. Just make sure everything's nice and loose, and then we're going to turn the chicken over. What we're going to do here is take the backbone out, flatten it out so that it cooks quicker and evenly. The biggest mistake people make with roasting chicken is the leg meat takes much longer to cook than the breast meat. So by doing this, it lays it out flat and it helps to cook it a much more even time. So we're going to take our knife, go down the backbone on both sides, take the backbone right out. We'll keep this for making our stock later. We're going to take just a little bit of a tap in there, turn it over. We're going to cut off the drumsticks, and what I like to do is tuck the legs underneath, put it onto your baking tray, salt, pepper. I like to put a little bit of mustard on mine, and then pop it in the oven. This will reduce the cooking time by about 1/3. This should take no longer than 35 to 40 minutes to cook fully through. I'm just going to switch these out to this side, and with this one, first I'm going to show you how to cut the supremes off. If you want a nice fancy chicken breast dinner, this is the easiest way to do it. So what we want to do is separate the legs, just pull them out the way for now. This is the part of the chicken we're looking for, and we want to keep the skin on, keep it nice and intact. So what we're going to do is cut down till we hit the bone, and then just using the knife, we're going to go down the rib cage, and when we get to here, there's the bone holding the wing on. We want to get in between it, and then what we're trying to do here is keep the wing bone attached. I'm quickly going to take the other side off, and then I'll show you how we clean them up for a presentation. So now we have the 2 chicken supremes here with the wing bone attached. If you open the wing out and then just cut round the bone like this, then pull the bone down so the meat is separated, twist and pull, and then that way you have a completely cleaned bone, this style is called Frenching the bone. Cut off the little bit of fat at the top, trim it up, and then you have a nice piece of presentation supreme. Keep the wings for later on for chicken stock. Again, the next one, pull it off the same way, cut this little piece of fatty skin off, trim it, and then you have your 2 pieces of chicken supremes. What we can do with the other pieces that are left, you can use the legs for roasting, you can use them for curries, sauces, etc. What we're going to do is pull the bone back to the joint comes out the socket. Then if you look here, there's a little piece of meat here, and it's called the oyster. When we cut the leg off, we want to make sure we collect that piece of meat and not leave it on the carcass. So it's attached to the leg, and again the same on the other side. You want to make sure you collect that piece of meat. This carcass here again is used for our chicken stock, so we're going to place that here. Now we have 2 options to roast these. We can roast them whole like this, just by taking the bone off them. We can roast them like this, we can marinate them, we can put them on the grill, we can even put them in an air fryer. If you're going to fry them, I suggest you take the skin completely off and then take out the thigh bone. So on this breast here you have the drumstick, and then the top half is the thigh. So what you want to do is run your knife down the bone on both sides, trying to leave as much meat off as possible, and then you're going to sort of feel through till you find the knuckle bone where this is joined on. And then once you find that, you're going to cut through that joint. If you're cutting through the joints, your knife, no matter how sharp it is going to go through. You don't want to be cutting the bones or trying to cut the bones with your knife. There's a little piece of bone knuckle gets left, so you want to obviously remove that. And then you have 2 options here. Again, you can cook this like this. You can separate it down into drumsticks and thighs. So for this instance, we're going to have a drumstick, and then the thigh is perfect for cutting into dice for curry, for fricassee, anything along the lines. For this one, we'll leave the skin on, and again you can roast it or fry it up, and then this one has the bone left in it as well. The chicken that we previously cut is a spatchcock. I'm just going to show you a quick way that we do a cut that in Britain we like to call the curry cut. It's basically portioning your chicken into 8 pieces. So cut off the bottom of the wing, go right through the chicken breast to cut it down into 2 separate parts. So again, you could roast this as a half chicken for 1 person, or you can clean it down further by cutting between the membranes, and then you have, this is your supreme, but it's bone in, again, bone in. So what we want to do for the curry cut is we're going to cut it into 8s. So right down the middle, separate again, and again. So this way you have 8 pieces of chicken that can cook even. It's nice to do fry it off and do a chicken chasseur or coq au vin, just marinate it up and then cook it that way. So we have our 8 pieces there. And then Canadians are very big eaters of boneless, skinless chicken white meat. To me, it doesn't have a lot of flavour, so has to be done. So as most Canadians will buy, this is how they'll buy their chicken, is a boneless, skinless breast. This can be broken down even further by taking off the fillet. So then you have nice breast and then you have the fillet. So this is a quick look at how to break down chickens. And if anybody has any questions, please feel free to drop me an email, give me a call, and we'll be back next week with another video. Thank you so much. Enjoy your week.